always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? I'm back. Hey, I'm going to go over the news first, but I'll let you know what's happening afterwards. And happy anniversary to Fred and Donna. Your 41st anniversary. Hell, she could have killed me day one and be out of prison by now. Good on ya. Hey, Alex, Deb, out to lunch. Menacing Muskrat. You're not feeling well, Menacing. Oh, we'll pray for you too. Dennis Beers, how you going? Who else we got in here? Raven, how you going? Oh, you're sick. Menacing. God love you. We'll pray for you. And we're praying for everyone. Just pray for everyone, okay? You poor thing. Hey, Lucette, how you going? Good to see ya. Carl, how you going? Good to see you. Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, prayers for everyone, and I'll read the news and then I'll let you know what happened with my health afterwards. Okay. Cernovich, I don't know if I trust any of this, so take it all with a grain of salt, and everyone mentioned here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, because I forgot to put that bit in. And everything mentioned here is theory until proven fact. Surprise, surprise, there was more US aid money going to Catholic charities, which is trying to turn Salt Lake City into Minneapolis. Tens of millions of dollars for this, 12 million alone in 2024, and half of that, more than half of it, was going to salaries. Red flag on an audit. Because if you look at this, salaries, benefits and taxes, $6,435,000 out of $12,562,000. That's crazy. And it's supposed to be a non-profit. Okay, so that's not taxes because they don't pay taxes. That's salaries and benefits. Because is it a 501c3? Yes. Donations are tax deductible. Ah. And Jonah W. said it's worse than you think. American Preparatory Academy? Wow. Educating new Americans. So it's got to do with immigration. Very interesting, yes. Attorney General Pam Bondi said US Attorney Haber has been doing a great job in making New Jersey safe again. Nonetheless, politically minded judges refuse to allow her to continue in her position, replacing Alina with a first assistant. Accordingly, the first assistant United States Attorney in New Jersey has just been removed. This Department of Justice does not tolerate rogue judges, especially when they threaten the President's core Article 2 powers. And before anyone says he's a authoritarian, hey, they all do this. Mario Northall, smartphones make kids miserable, massive global study. Researchers studied nearly 2 million people across 160 countries and found that giving a kid a smartphone before the age of 13 wrecks their mental health. Girls who got phones at the age of 5 were 20% more likely to report harming themselves thoughts later in life than those who waited until the age of 13. Early users also reported hallucinations, aggression, and feeling detached from reality, all before they hit college. Study says phones crush confidence, empathy, and emotional stability. Yeah, you get that from people. So yeah, maybe hold off on that phone for your 8-year-old. Wow. Study, teens aren't drinking, smoking, or partying like it's 1985. I don't think that's a bad thing. Looks like the kids today are skipping the breakfast club lifestyle. It's not a bad thing. A new study shows 66% of 12th graders avoided school, weed and cigarettes in the past month, compared to the 80s when sneaking booze into detention was practically a rite of passage. Even 10th graders are in on the health kick, with 80% saying staying substance-free. For 8th graders, a clean 90% guess peer pressure is out and saying no thanks is in. The only hiccup, nicotine pouches, which doubled in popularity among senior high schoolers, because what's cool than sticking a pouch in your lip and spitting it into a soda can, right? What? Okay. Oh, I don't know about that. I do think it's not good for their mental health, but I think on the upside, they're not doing the lifestyle that put a lot of us in, not the best position. I don't know. C3 said these are FISA judges that were misled, lied to by the FBI to get FISA warrants to spy on the Trump campaign. Yes, I know that. Oh, my God. Rosemary Collier, Michael Mossman, Anne Conway and Raymond Deary. We either have 4 very angry Fisk judges or very corrupt Fisk judges. Americans deserve to know which one it is. Okay, IRIS said just now at Britannia Hotel, Canary Wharf, absolute madness, and it's pouring down, laugh my ass off. Kind of crazy when they're putting asylum seekers here in this hotel for like $500 a night. What the fuck? When I was homeless, I was in a £15 a night pub with no water or heating, for fuck's sake. We all know that the immigrants are getting hotels paid for. Here in Australia, they just give them houses, just bypass Australians and just go straight for the immigrants to give them houses and funding. Lots and lots of funding that normal Aussies don't get. Rapid Response 47 posted this. Donald J. Trump said the word is, and it's a strong word, that Jimmy Kimmel's next to go in the untalented late-night sweepstakes and shortly thereafter. Fallon will be gone. Fallon will be gone. These people with absolutely no talent, Operation Mockingbird anyone, who were paid millions of dollars for, in all cases, destroying what used to be great television. It's really good to see them go, and I hope I played a major part in it. Operation Mockingbird. Zero Hedge said $100 million in Palisades relief disappears in Democrat Party's NGO network. Wow, that happens all the time. It happens with everything. It happens in Australia as well. Donations to people back in 2020 or 2019, 2020, when we had raging fires, most of it did not get to the people. And that was from all over the world. Mark R. Levins said, I just watched a horrific video of a Syrian terrorist cutting the heart out of a Druze civilian as he was alive and defenceless. I'm not going to link it here. It made me sick to my stomach. What's being done to these people is unimaginable. Meanwhile, our envoy, Barak, denounces the Israelis who are the only people trying to protect them. Jack Pozo said, you cheered the fall of Assad. Yep, they did. A lot of people did. Not knowing that he was stable and holding it all together. The Yorkshire lass said, did anyone else know this? Black Sabbath is a gathering during which people practice witchcraft and engage in assorted occult activity. It's anti-Christian by definition. Ozzy Osbourne has passed away, by the way. Concerned citizens said the truth about the... Oh, okay, I can't read that one here. That'll be a medical one. Clownwell said, found out. New York Post said DOJ staffer claimed she was fired over husband's controversial anti-ICE app that warned users when feds were nearby. Oh, dear God. She married this? He looks like a soy boy. Sorry, he does. I'm sorry. But he does. Not the bee said gay man order surrogate to let baby die after she delivered early due to cancer diagnosis. That is disgusting. Gay man order surrogate to let baby die after she delivered early due to cancer diagnosis. Obviously, the mother had cancer, had to give birth early, and the men who ordered the baby wanted to let it die. I don't want to like it, but because I've read it, okay. Wow. C3 said, anyone else feel like a battle line was crossed in the Oval Office today? President Trump coming right out and accusing Barack Hussein Obama of treason is not a small moment. No, it's not. And that was one of the videos I let play, was something Trump posted. It was an AI video, by the way. It was not the real thing, unfortunately. But I remember jumping on at the time saying, does anyone think this actually really happened? A few years ago, we were watching a movie. C3 said the guy that tried to frame the duly elected President Trump for treason is now claiming he has respect for the office of the presidency. Notice, Obama didn't deny any of the allegations. I'm kind of going backwards here because Trump and that have accused Obama of interfering in the 2020 election, you know. Statement from Patrick Rodenbush, spokesperson for President Obama. Out of respect for the office of the presidency, that's a laugh, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flying out of this White House with a response. But you were caught red-handed this time, weren't you? So you had to. But these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. Yes, I'm sure they are. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. We knew 5 years ago. Nothing in the document issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election but did not successfully manipulate any votes. These findings were affirmed in a 2020 report by the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee led by then Chairman Marco Rubio. I call bullshit. There you go. Charlie Kirk, I don't trust him. This is ridiculous. Alina Abba has made an interim US attorney back in March. She was formally nominated a month ago, but she hasn't even received a hearing, let alone the up or down vote that a president's nominee deserves. There are literally more than 260 federal positions where Trump nominee is still waiting for a vote. That is disgraceful. That's nearly 3 times the 94 people who have actually been confirmed. Many had their hearings months ago but have now been kept waiting for a final vote for no reason other than obstructionism and laziness. This is unacceptable. We have a Republican Senate. We are only guaranteed to hold the White House for a 4-year window. The most important role of a Republican Senate is to confirm a Republican president's nominees. Until this administration has its undersecretaries, US attorneys, ambassadors and judges, it cannot execute the many crucial agenda items it has for making America great again. And this is how they tie up their hands so that things can't get done. The rhinos, Republican in name only, really should be Democrats or just call themselves deep state. They all interfere to stop things happening. Cancel the August recess, work weekends, change the rules if you must, but get the nominees confirmed, period. The Patriot Oasis said breaking federal judges in New Jersey declined to extend Alina Habba's appointment as interim US attorney. I don't believe that that is right, but let's have a listen.
Back to the White House soon. Federal judges in the District of New Jersey have declined to extend Alina Habba's appointment as interim U.S. attorney. President Trump appointed Habba to the position on March the 24th. Interim U.S. attorneys are only allowed to serve for 120 days if they are not either confirmed by the U.S. Senate or extended indefinitely by the district court in their jurisdiction. We'll find out. Back to the White House soon. Federal judges in the district.
Okay. There you go. Very interesting. What? Said the world is watching and we're pissed. Let's have a look. Hopefully it's got no music behind it. I haven't checked. It does have music behind it. Smoking gun reveals how Hunter Biden what? Introduced Ukrainian businessman to VP. Dad. Hunter Biden introduced his father, then vice president, to top executives at Burisma. At the Ukrainian energy firm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this man. Yep, that one. Hunter Biden introduced his father. Yeah, we know that. Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving an opportunity to meet your father. Biden's secret emails. An email dated May... it's going too quick. Dated May the 12th, 2014, shortly after Hunter Biden joined the Burisma board, shows Pazarski attempting to get him to use his political leverage to help the company. Emails obtained from Hunter Biden's laptop. Then Vice President Joe Biden said, I hope you know what you're doing after Hunter Biden joined the board of Burisma. Is there still music? Yep, hang on. Sorry, guys. I love all of you, but I don't receive any respect. Yeah, who cares? Hunter Biden got $83 grand a month. $1.5 billion business deal from the Bank of China. This is what happened in Ukraine in 2014. Once the US government kind of took out. Well, it wasn't the US government. It was like CIA and that. The exchange came... Oh, well, Biden in charge. The exchange came the same day that Burisma announced it expanded its board of directors, adding Hunter Biden. And then Joe, who cares what he says? Full of shit, Joe. You potato. No better than a potato. You might as well stuck a potato in front of that bloody microphone. Seriously? You ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden. Remember that? You moron. Was the music in the background Psycho Killer? Qu'est-ce que c'est? I don't know. The exchange came the same day Burisma announced it expanded its board of directors. I already read that one. Joe Biden's a liar who's been ripping off the country for years, probably ever since he's been in Congress. God knows what this is. Anyway, you need to hold them accountable. That's what you need to do. But until they can confirm some of these people that they need in there, I don't think much is going to happen. In the Matrix, said President Ferdinand Marcos of the Philippines, is just leaving the White House with all his many representatives. It was a beautiful visit. This is Donald J. Trump speaking, and we concluded our trade deal whereby the Philippines is going open market with the United States and zero tariffs. The Philippines will pay a 19% tariff. In addition, we will work together militarily. It was a great honour to be with the President. He's highly respected in his country, as he should be. He's also a very good and tough negotiator. We extend our warmest regards to the wonderful people of the Philippines. And Australia couldn't even freaking get there. Because our Prime Minister is a little weasel of a man who's always drunk. Cue the Bubbles said why you should get some Celtic salt. Contains 82 minerals. Helps water enter every cell instead of drinking and peeing constantly. Take 1 crystal of Celtic salt before every glass of water. Celtic salt creates new brain cells. Oh, this is alleged, okay, I don't know. Salt remineralises and detoxifies the blood, but Tim had told me it might. Releases GABA, the peace chemical released. Activates our genes. Celtic sea salt is packed with electrolytes like sodium, potassium and magnesium. These help keep body fluid levels, nerve work and muscle moves in check. Having Celtic sea salt in your meals could help keep hydration and electrolyte balance in a good place. Okay, I'll be doing that instead of buying the electrolytes. I had to end the endless stream Black Hat music to do this one, unfortunately. I can't have 2 live streams running at once. In the Matrix said this makes Watergate look like small potatoes. Victor Davis Hanson, Senior Fellow Hoover Institution, they are caught, irrefutable evidence. They should all go to jail or it will never stop. Nobody will believe the evidence, which is overwhelming. Make America great again. Now, I don't trust a lot of the people that I'm reading out, but I'm reading for the information, not the people, okay? Yeah, because I may not trust everyone that I'm reading, and I'll tell you when to take things with a huge grain of salt. Okay. Donald J. Trump, that's great. This makes Watergate look like small potatoes. Victor Davis Hanson, Senior Fellow, Hoover Institution. They are caught, irrefutable evidence. They should all go to jail or it will never stop. Nobody will believe the evidence, which is overwhelming. Make America great again. Okay. So there you go. Okay, someone's doing work out the back now. Hang on a sec, guys. I'm going to shut the window. Hang on. Oh, wow. Look at the birds. Okay. Got a lot of birds out there. If I was paranoid, I'd be thinking of the movie The Birds. No, it's all right. Okay. Yeah, the 48-hour rule, menacing and use discernment, as always. Always do research for yourself and don't even believe me. Go and do the research for yourself. Yeah, and of course use discernment. Okay. Tim Bitchute said it's official. We will subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell. Thank you. Okay.
Hey everybody, Tim Bitchute, just leaving oversight subcommittee, government operations. Hey brother, asked some questions to about the GAO, their bid process, but the important thing was that I did a motion to direct the chairman of the full committee to authorize and issue a subpoena for Ghislaine Maxwell to appear before a deposition, and that's it right there. I had it printed out, so I made sure I do it appropriate. Talked to Chairman Comer. He's down with it. We're good. I believe he's going to issue the subpoena. He's a stand-up guy. We just got to get to the bottom of this thing, folks. It's just, it's 4 years, and you know we don't need to tolerate this stuff anymore. And I'm getting, I get the blowback about folks up here are going to be mad at me, but ultimately, and with all sincerity, excuse me, I'm going to answer my Creator on this issue and what we did about the least amongst us. And we got to send a message to these dirtbags that do this. This is not acceptable behavior. And also a message to the victims that we believe you and that we need to come out of the shadows and we need to bust these people that do this and send them to hell, because I'm over it. Anyway, before I get myself in any more trouble, thank y'all for sending me here.
Okay. See what happens. Died suddenly, says singer Ozzy Osbourne has died suddenly after years of illness which mysteriously started after certain procedures. The Black Sabbath lead singer cancelled concerts after experiencing blood clots in his legs and had a filter placed in his artery to protect spread to his heart and brain. Ozzy was relieved when he got his first one. Now he's dead. Okay. He says he was feeling relieved after getting the first dose. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Okay. So Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. Okay. Stephen Barrett said, so hurt the tourists who give us money to house the migrants who take our money. Our government are utterly incompetent. All my sympathies to that poor man and his family. Nayak Gorbani said disruption for guests with prior bookings now denied entry, Britannia Hotel, Canary Wharf. Guests who had previously booked rooms are now being refused entry with no clear explanation provided. The situation has caused confusion and frustration at the scene.
To arrange another hotel for us. Why? Why? Why you still online? That's a booking. You are told the agent to stop the booking. To arrange another.
Where are they supposed to go?
Yeah. Yeah. But they do nothing.
I told the police.
Yeah.
How can they said cannot enter.
Yeah.
This is the ring bell for check-in.
Hang on.
Yeah. You have to rebook a new one. Unfortunately, yes. They don't let you go in. It's cancelled. This guy actually booked a room, but they canceled his reservation.
All these people are from overseas paying for a room in this place, and because it's taken up by illegal immigrants, no one can actually keep their booking. Wow.
They're going to let you go in. Guys, we actually have now a gentleman,
James Wilkinson.
I have to blow that out. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. So you've actually, when did you book the room?
Only a couple of days ago.
How much was the room?
80 quid.
80 quid. So it's actually on Friday.
Are they going to reimburse these people? This guy's obviously from England, but can you imagine going to another country, right? Booking all your hotels and everything, getting there and finding out that illegal immigrants have taken over the hotel and you have no room. That's crazy.
Taken over by the government to be used as a migrant processing centre. 550 rooms, they're ferrying them in now. I presume you'd have to go to booking.com and try and get a refund.
We'll see what we can do.
You would have thought they would let you know though, wouldn't you?
Would have been ideal, but it's not their fault, is it? But I mean, they've already been told. what's it going on. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, but is just doing your job going to be good enough excuse?
So, another one who gets cancer.
When did you come in? 2 weeks ago, 1 week, what?
So,
Wow. That's crazy. Yep, more of them cancelled. All for illegal immigrants. Great. Okay, Jacqueline said, fancy a dip. This is the luxury Canary Wharf hotel pool now accommodating people who are not paying their way over people who want to pay their way. That's crazy. What kind of government would do that? Like, what is wrong? Oh, seriously. This is why the pension age will be raised by this Starmer regime. Oh, my God. I couldn't imagine going to another country to find that you've booked hotels that are now housing asylum seekers instead. James Benson, 79, said this is a man leading a country mumbling through basic questions about asylum housing like he's lost in his own briefing notes. Clueless, spineless and completely out of his depth. An absolute fraud. Let's have a listen.
What other accommodation precisely are you planning to take over to provide temporary accommodation for families?
Oh, there's lots of housing in many local authorities that can be used, and we're identifying where it can be used. But I mean, look.
Well, sorry, can you give us? Have you got any examples you can give us?
No, but I'll write in and give you details.
Go right in the middle.
Say, certainly in a number of our local authorities, already picking up from around the table, there isn't a lot of spare housing available. If there were, councils would be able to be dealing with it by now.
Well, exactly.
What other accommodation precisely are you planning to take over to provide temporary accommodation for families?
Oh, there's lots of housing in many local authorities that can be used, and we're identifying where it can be used. But I mean, look.
Well, sorry, can you give us? Have you got any examples you can give us?
No, but I'll write in and give you details.
Because I could say certainly in a number of our local authorities, already picking up from around the table, there isn't a lot of spare housing available. If there were, councils would be able to be dealing with it by now.
Well, exactly.
What other accommodation precisely are you planning to take over?
Oh my God, what another moron. Yeah, where's all this housing the homeless? That's crazy. That sounds like, and Keir Starmer saying, oh, I'll write it down and get it to you or whatever. Sounds like, I'll circle back to that. Which also sounds like the Australian government will take that on notice. They all have like, they all have these little sayings, don't they? Will Scott said, not the most articulate, but fair play. Danny Dyer says what everyone's thinking. Starmer out. Starmer out is trending all over Twitter. Starmer is a effing non-entity. I feel sorry for the people when he goes to a factory and they put these poor people behind him and you can tell they all hate his guts. We need a leader. He's not a leader. I don't know what the fuck he is. He's only in power because the Tories were such see you in the NTs. Nobody in politics is likeable. Where's the working class people? They should be running our country, not people pretending they're working class because they've had a pint in a pub. Crazy. Now, this is an AI video, obviously. Donna said, if only. Arrest Obama. This is, I bet you it's got music. Hang on.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I was wrong.
I'm fine. Put me down. Hillary, put me down.
That was a good one. Oh, dear. Hillary, put me down. Chicago One Ray said, holy shit, Paul Sperry is reporting there are emails and text messages that show Hillary's campaign was indeed working with Obama White House to initiate the Russia collusion hoax in July of 2016. Arrest Obama. We're all waiting. We're all waiting. Clandestine said Trump has been going full 4chan over on Truth Social. He's sharing AI videos of Obama being arrested and thrown in prison. Is Trump just trolling or is this soft disclosure? Are we being primed for arrest? Let's have a look at this one. Oh.
No one especially the president, is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'm just going to keep doing this because I don't know.
No one is above the law. No one is above the law. No one is above the law.
Is above the law.
No one is above.
Okay, we'll just keep pausing it every couple of seconds.
No one is above the law.
And then it's going to come into... Here we go. Okay. Just imagine the music behind it, okay? This is what I was showing on the running stream. I had this up for quite a few hours. This is an AI video, obviously, but I would love it if it had happened. Oh, dear. I'm sure a lot of people would. Yeah, remember, no one's above the law, Obama. Even the president or ex-president. We wish. Come on, guys, get it together and do it. Okay, Paul A. Zipula said, President Trump, this is irrefutable proof that Obama was trying to lead a coup, arrest Barack Hussein Obama.
But what we found is even more so. Now, we found absolute, this isn't like evidence, this is like proof, irrefutable proof that Obama was seditious, that Obama was trying to lead a coup. And it was with Hillary Clinton, with all these other people. But Obama headed it up. And, I get a kick when I hear everyone talks about people I never even heard of. It was this one. No. It was Obama. He headed it up. And it says so right in the papers. Got everything. This is the biggest scandal in the history of our country. And it really goes on to even the auto pen, because it all relates to the same thing. It all started the same sick minds. You have an auto pen, which is a tremendous, well, we don't have a president. We have an auto pen that signs everything. I'll bet you sign everything. You don't have auto pens. Everybody. Who doesn't sign? You're the president of a country. But it's all that whole thing leading right up to the end of it is the auto pen. And the auto pen was used by people, and Biden knew nothing about it. They were signing documents that he knew nothing about. As an example.
There you go. I always plays again as soon as you hit the heart button. Hey, going, Sherry. Flyby Stew. Timmy. Damn it, Mandy. Hey, going. Good to see ya. Okay, did I miss anyone? Just checking. I like to say hello to everyone. Black Hat Music, did I say hello to you before? I'll say hello again. Okay. Real Roberts said, revealed the Department of Justice has just confirmed a bombshell. Not only did Barack Obama personally order the DOJ not to arrest Hillary Clinton for espionage, he also directed the Comey-led FBI to shut down the investigation entirely. CIA John Ratcliffe, Lisa Page confirmed to me under oath that the FBI was ordered by the Obama DOJ not to consider charging Hillary Clinton for gross negligence in the handling of classified information. And that's why James Comey got on TV and said, oh, yeah, we did find something, but we aren't taking it any further. Transcript excerpt of his interview with Lisa Page. Did Peter Strzok? Hey? Did Peter Strzok? Okay. John Ratcliffe. Okay, so let me, if I can, I know I'm testing your memory, but when you say advice you got from the department, you're making it sound like it was the department that told you you're not going to charge gross negligence because we're the prosecutors and we're telling you we're not going to. Miss Page, that is correct. Wow. Obama is not in the mood to mar the very final segment of his presidency, his legacy and a scandal around leading nominee for the Democrat Party. To deal with this, he is using Attorney General Loretta Lynch to mount pressure on FBI Director James Comey, alas so far with no concrete results. Comey is leaning more to Republicans, and most likely he'll be dragged in this investigation until the presidential elections in order to effectively undermine the chances for the Democrat Party to win the presidential elections. blank, the second blank report is dated blank, and the verbatim translation states in relevant part blank. There you go. And Trump said, just revealed FBI agent Lisa Page transcripts make the Obama Justice Department look exactly like it was, a broken and corrupt machine. Hopefully justice will finally be served. Much more to come. There you go. That's interesting. Amuse said, flashback. Remember that after Trump learned that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in sex trafficking, he threw him out of Mar-a-Lago and tipped off Florida law enforcement that Epstein was abusing very young women in 2005. After Epstein got a slap on the wrist in 2008 and Trump was elected president, he lived in fear of Trump's DOJ would target him. Trump was the Epstein whistleblower in 2005. For anyone still thinking that Trump was involved, he was not, actually. We went through all this years ago. Benny Johnson said, big news, AG Pam Bondi just announced she's meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell to expose the truth about Jeffrey Epstein, in a truly unprecedented move. I don't trust Ghislaine either. Bondi seeks to find uncharged third parties. Well, that's a good thing. And further evidence of Epstein's child trafficking operation, since they lost, destroyed, and played with the other evidence. Bondi has also ordered further disclosures from the FBI and DOJ. Wow. Therefore, at the direction of Attorney General Bondi, I have communicated with counsel for Ms. Maxwell to determine whether she would be willing to speak with prosecutors from the department. I anticipate meeting with Ms. Maxwell in the coming days. Until now, no administration on behalf of the department has inquired about her willingness to meet with the government. That changes now. Well, look, if they didn't do anything, then she shouldn't be in jail. And I'm not on her side, okay? But if Epstein didn't do much and, well, then she didn't either, and I don't know. What a mess. I think we're going to find something, though. Bo Loudon said, breaking, Jeffrey Epstein blamed Trump for his downfall, accusing Trump of being the first to report him to police in 2004, per Michael Wolff. President Trump has done more than any other to take down pedos. Will the fake news report this? God bless him. Let's have a listen.
Epstein believed that Donald Trump went to the Palm Beach police and said, Jeffrey Epstein has young girls at his house, thereby beginning the legal process which would ultimately bring Jeffrey Epstein down. Epstein believed that Donald Trump went to the Palm Beach police and said, Jeffrey Epstein has young girls.
There you go. Johnny Magus said, accuser of Jeffrey Epstein claims that Epstein called her into the office for a job interview at 9 p.m. one night when high-profile billionaire Donald Trump walked in to have a victim arranged for him inside a commercial office building. Just batshit crazy. Come on, do you still believe this? Why didn't they come forward earlier? Like 8 years ago? No, because it's all bullshit. It's Maria Farmer. Okay, here's another one who's not only Virginia Giuffre, but this one's going to expose herself too. Gunther Eagleman said it's always in the eyes. This is what I think. Magadonian for life. Women need to be prosecuted if found lying about someone sexually abusing them. Women will then stop doing this bullshit. Look, you've got to hold people accountable, right? So where was she? 8 years ago. Why now? Like, people don't get it, do they? That's just, oh my God. You got to be kidding. Yeah, she's got those crazy eyes too. Watch, all right? Hang on.
Has not held any of the people I reported accountable. And so basically the night before I went in, before I began working for Epstein, he called me at very late in the evening and asked me to come up to the Helmsley Palace offices.
How many people still believe Maria Farmer now as well? Okay. I had problems with Virginia Giuffre, right? I didn't even mention this woman here. Oh, Oh, dear. Nick Sautor said breaking the House Oversight Committee's just approved Tim Burchett's motion to subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell over the Epstein case. This might actually be happening. Hopefully. X22 reports said, does it get any clearer than this? You didn't think we highlighted Epstein for no reason, did you? Those who were once protected are no longer. Timing is everything. Hunters become prey. And it's got this, the White House. They came after the wrong man. I was the hunted, now I'm the hunter. President Donald J. Trump. Very interesting, isn't it? That's why people should go read that board, seriously. C3 said this is how they got away with their lies last time. Baker, CNN, Clapper, CNN, Brennan, NBC, McCabe, CNN, Podesta, WAPO, Washington Post, Rhodes, MSNBC and NBC, Jarrett, Valerie's daughter, CNN, Campbell, Comey's assistant, CNN, etc. Paul Ryan at Fox. They no longer get away with it after Elon bought X. It's interesting, isn't it? Derek Evans said Scott Bessent says we should examine the Fed. What we need to do is examine the entire Federal Reserve institution. Do they need to confirm all those appointments of Trump's before they do this? I don't know. It's an interesting question, though. Trump denies RPT. He's planning to fire Powell. Okay. Well, there you go. Bicco Konstantinos here in Australia said, how on earth could we have a tradie shortage when we've pumped highest immigration level for 4 years? Because they're not getting tradies in here, that's why. Sunrise said, tradie shortage, how it's driving up building costs and exacerbating the housing crisis and how to fix it. I know how to fix it. Send more people to learn the trades. Okay, instead of sending people to universities, get them, and they get paid tradies actually get paid well. Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do. Avi Yamini said a violent 15-year-old refugee with 50-plus bail releases is back on our streets, no jail, no supervision. The magistrate said he won't follow court orders, so she let him go. Wow. Justice system surrendered as the government wants more like him. Who's the magistrate who won't follow court orders? I said he won't follow court. Okay. Said the 15-year-old won't follow court orders, so she let him go. What a load of bullshit. You got to start locking them up. Australian Patriot said, yep, who the hell voted for this F-wit? Oh, yeah, other F-wits. Get ready, everyone, for the next 3 years as this idiot continues to destroy our once great nation. Australians just voted for a net zero nightmare, the Voice 2.0, higher energy bills, higher grocery bills, more crime, 3 national flags, mass immigration, unaffordable housing, and a lying crybaby for a leader. Yes, we did. Well, I didn't, but some people did. Rob Smith said, I've lost my mojo. I'll log back in when I get my mojo back. I'm gutted at the state of Australia. I paid for a lady's lunch yesterday, first meal she's had since Saturday. What? Really? Albanese claims $650 per day living away allowance while he's living in the lodge with a fully staffed kitchen. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Little bit upset, I am. No, kidding. McCamia said, I hate to do it, but what do you notice about the next generation of Australians? Oh, dear God. Jacinta Allen, this Rich's Victorians Premier, said, one of my favourite parts of my job is getting to meet young Victorians from overseas. These students are passionate about their community and they care deeply about their school bullshit, they do. Thanks for showing me around Cranbourne East Secondary College and good luck for the rest of Year 12. I don't see any white Australians in there at all. The only white Australians I see are these 2 virtue signallers. Oh, there's a lady behind them in a coat. And this guy and this guy. But these are the students they're pointing out, you know. I've got to make sure I'm hitting the right like button. Yes, I am. Mark PG said every cleaner, butcher, baker, janitor, garbo, etc. is all paying off the debt of doctors, lawyers, engineers, etc. today with Labor's 20% off their HECS debt, which is like a university debt, okay? Chalmers Albanese are just laughing at you now. They tell you it's free. Yeah, no, it comes from every worker. Not just these janitors, butchers, bakers, garbos, stock, It comes from every worker. Supermarket checkout people. Doesn't matter what you do. Libs of TikTok said, breaking, Minnesota Democrat Senator Nicole Mitchell announced she will resign from her seat after she was found guilty on 2 felony burglary charges. Wow, Democrats love criminals, don't they? They love employing them too. Funny that. Cat Turd said, so sad. Bruce Willis reportedly can no longer speak, read, and has difficulty walking. Wow. Okay, California Republican Party said fire victims lost everything, but not a single dollar from the $100 million raised ever reached them. California Democrats funneled it to non-profits instead. This is what corruption looks like. Thank you, Fox LA, Marla Tellers and Sue Pascoe for exposing it. Wow. Oh, this one. It's a good one. Elon Musk said, definitely true for me. If you're ever feeling sad, just go for a run, because then you'll realise that your physical health is way worse than your mental health. Okay? Seriously. If you ever feel sad, go for a run. Not only does that then make you breathe more oxygen and feel better, believe it or not, but then you'll realise your physical health is way worse than your mental health. That's me in a nutshell. But I already know that because I already have physical problems. Wall Street Ape said the Los Angeles Pacific Palisades fire aid corruption is off the charts. Okay, we know that. And discovered the second round of $50 million funding. Guess who took a fire aid grant? Gavin Newsom and his Cal Volunteers office. Wow. Cat Turd said Trump just posted this. Concerned Citizen said, holy crap, Trump just posted about how John F. Kennedy Jr. died on a plane crash and how Hillary Clinton was then elected senator. First Barack Obama, now Hillary Clinton. Are we about to see them both finally arrested? I don't know, but let's have a look.
Remember John F. Kennedy Jr.? He was declared the front-runner for the New York Senate seat back in 1999. Days later, his plane crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, and his rival, Hillary Clinton, was elected senator. Mary Mahoney was a Clinton White House intern. She knew enough of the inner workings of Bill's sexual advancements to be a star witness during the Clinton impeachment trials. She was brutally executed at a Starbucks she was managing in 1997. In 1993, White House counsel Vince Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park near D.C. He supposedly killed himself, and among a lengthy list of potential foul play, the bullet was never found.
Then there's James McDougal, a key witness for White House prosecutors. He was serving his 3-year sentence for bank fraud at the Fort Worth Federal Medical Center in Texas. And just before he was to give a testimony before the grand jury, McDougal suffered a heart attack in solitary confinement.
In 2015, Walter Scheib, a White House chef hired under Bill Clinton, joined the list. His body was found at the bottom of a river, nearly 2 miles from the base of the trail he was reportedly hiking. An autopsy determined that Scheib's death was accidental drowning, but he might have known too much. 27-year-old Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich was shot and killed in D.C. this year. There is speculation that he was the source of the controversial leaked emails allegedly sent by DNC staffers, and that he may have been murdered in retaliation. Then Sean Lucas, the lead attorney in a fraud case against the DNC, was found lying on the bathroom floor by his girlfriend when she returned home on August 2nd.
There you go. Bit of a Clinton list there, by the look of it.
Remember John F.
I meme, therefore I am, said today marks the 1-year anniversary of Kamala Harris launching her presidential campaign. Hard to believe that Megan Thee Stallion, twerking and blowing $1.5 billion, didn't clinch her victory. Shocking, really. Yeah, no, they're just, who really wants to see that? Seriously? Glad it failed. Chicago One Ray said Pam Bondi has several cases on her desk that can re-establish the rule of law in this country. I sure hope she doesn't let us all down. Equal application of the law, please. We want it, we deserve it, and we demand it. No one's above the law. And I believe that once they get Obama, like a Jenga tower, once they pull one of them, the rest start falling. What was that first arrest thing? First indictment unseal will trigger mass population awakening. First arrest will verify action and confirm future direction. They will fight, but you are ready. Mark a 9. Okay. Jordan H. Knight said leftism is a movement of cultural suicide. Anthony Albanese said a powerful welcome to country as we officially open the 48th Parliament. Yeah, the guy looks white to me. I don't know. They all look white. What's going on here? Oh, they have maybe one Aboriginal in there? One person that looks Aboriginal anyway. I've seen one. Oh my God. Cory Booker said the hand that feeds us, we see you, will fight to protect you. Oh, illegal immigrants. Yeah, of course he will. Fight for American farmers, mate, instead of illegal immigrants. Hey? What, I can't even like that one. Malcolm Roberts said on the first day of Parliament, your 4 One Nation senators turned our backs on the welcome to country as a silent, respectful but meaningful protest against racially divisive politics. You voted for One Nation and doubled our senators in Parliament because you weren't afraid to bring your views directly to Canberra. We'll keep doing that. One flag, one country, one nation. And I agree. And I'm going to cough. Hang on. Okay, Wall Street Journal's been removed from the press room apparently 12 hours ago. What's this? I don't even know what this is and why I put it in here. No idea. The Jesus strand. I don't know. Maybe look it up on Rumble. It looks like Rumble.
So if you do it a little different, it's all 4, number 82, anointed 82, maverick 82. He kind of likes to do things his way, which so far is working out beautifully.
Okay, I'm sorry I don't know why that's in there, but I think maybe just to tell you guys, American Patriots Forum on Rumble, the Jesus strand, I don't know what it's about. It looked interesting, I don't know. Rob Smith said, as Parliament's being sworn in, members are asked to swear on the Bible. Guess what? None of the Labor camp, apart from Tony Burke, held a Bible. Albanese just stood there with a horrid look on his face. He's such a nasty bastard. Arrogant pig, fake Catholic, fake everything. This bloke is the worst of the worst. Like we don't know. And this was funny as. Professor Rogers speaks for the, I don't know, something. Anthony Albanese is the world's most gutless leader, won't meet the leader of the free world, but has met murderous Chinese dictator 4 times. Come on, say something. Poke him with a stick. Come on, come on. Say something. I saw this and laughed my head off yesterday at it. Okay. Oh, and Chinese police have been caught patrolling the streets of Sydney armed with machine guns. Albanese obliviously endorses this. Obviously, I think it means. CCP have infiltrated every corner of this nation, including government and PM. Well, look at Penny Wong. Chinese police busted an Aussie suburb. Police in Sydney's inner west made a peculiar arrest on Friday after stopping a 21-year-old man armed to the teeth driving a black sedan with police on it. There you go. But Albanese loves it. And everyone, of course, saw this. 2 people having an affair that got busted. Astronomer CEO Andy Bryan has officially resigned after being caught cheating on his wife at the Coldplay concert. So dude's now lost his career, reputation, and probably his wife, plus half his net worth, all because he wanted to canoodle a co-worker. Don't cheat, kids. Yeah, I don't know why people do it. If you feel like cheating on someone, leave them. Okay? Seriously. Leave. Don't do it to them. Because that shit rips people apart, mate. I don't care if you're male or female. That will rip you apart when someone does that to you. Agent P says nothing says I feared for my life like headbutting a random guy in Starbucks and then brawling with 3 cops at the airport, breaking a policewoman's nose. Hilarious. I feared cop would batter me to death, this person said. A student accused of assaulting 3 police officers in an airport feared one of them was going to kill him. Remember this, when he knocked the lady police officer out? His trial has heard. Mohammed Fahir Amaz, 20, claimed he and his brother Mohammed Ahmad were under attack and acted in self-defence during the incident in Manchester last July. He told Liverpool Crown Court that he did not know what PC Zachary Marsden would do when he grabbed him for allegedly headbutting a man in Starbucks. Amaz said, I believed if he took me to the ground, he would have battered me to the point where I was dead and he would have killed me. The brothers from Rochdale deny all the charges against them and the trial continues. Kick them out of the country. Bye-bye. That's in England, I believe, by the way. Yeah, Manchester. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Okay. Margaret Cleveland said, if you missed this post in the thread, I suggest you take a look at it because it suggests Brennan lied to Durham with the statute of limitations still open. In case you missed it, my spidey senses tell me that upcoming declassification will reveal Brennan lied to Durham and Deep State kept problems with ICA, Obama ordered RE Russia and those who prepared it far from Durham. Holy beep. So I've been rereading yesterday's report at Real Clear Investigations, teasing an upcoming release of Russia collusion hoax info, and this passage sent me back to the Durham report. Well, what did Durham say about the ICA? Participants in the Sunday meeting involve intelligence officials and their Department of Justice counterparts. Also discussed declassifying investigative notes and depositions taken by Special Counsel John Durham during his probe of the CIA and FBI's handling of the ICA, which relied in part on anti-Trump dossier financed by the Hillary Clinton campaign. Make of it what you will. A lot of people are putting Durham down saying, oh, he didn't do anything. Well, Durham freaking cited the ICA as one of those careful examinations in footnote 19. Still digging in, so maybe he makes a note of issues later, but if he does, what the fuck? He's including it in this footnote as a C also, and if not, did Durham not know of it? Durham's report later discusses politicising of intelligence, noting the IC omnibus person, noted a couple of instances but didn't mention the Carter Page FISA, but Durham makes no mention of the 2016 ICA letter either, suggesting he remained in the dark about that, politicising. Seems like Brennan misled Durham too, and the note, 8/21/2020 interview, is in the 5-year statutes of limitations. This discussion appears in a section on compartmentalisation, and remember we now know Brennan kept the normal ICA folks cut out, and Obama directed Brennan to oversee. If you don't know what compartmentalisation is, especially in workplaces, what they do is pretty much what they've done to doctors, right? Instead of the doctor deciding what, in the old days, what everything was, okay, they now have to send you to a specialist, right? So it's kind of like they get people in an organisation. One person doesn't know what the other person's job is or what they're doing. Okay, but it all works towards one goal in the end. And normally that goal has an agenda. And that's why they use compartmentalisation to keep people separate from each other so no one works out exactly what they're doing. In possible contrast to the FBI, the CIA may not have compartmented some of the information that it had. The office learned at one point from Director Brennan that there was no effort at the CIA to restrict information because it was potentially embarrassing for Hillary Clinton. Obama just wanted the right people involved. Oh, I'm sure he did. Okay, bottom line, my searching of the Durham report suggests Durham had no idea of Brennan's politicising of the ICA and that Brennan misled Durham. I anticipate documents including Depp of Brennan and David Cohen to be declassified soon. I think I need to follow this person. Yeah, sounds like an idea. Huh, there you go. Interesting. Svetlana Lokhova, hopefully I said that right. Pompeo had a big role in the Russia hoax and the cover-up of the CIA activities and the coup against President Trump. Dates don't lie. Pompeo had to withdraw as presidential candidate days before the publication of the Durham report. General Mike Flynn said he was part of the problem, he and Mike Pence. In response to Jack Pozo, who said, why didn't CIA Director Mike Pompeo tell President Trump in January 2017 that Obama had ordered the PDB to be written on Russia? Pompeo had access just weeks after this all took place. Pompeo could have handed this all to Trump. Why didn't Pompeo tell Trump what happened? There you go. Part of the problem. The Last Refuge says this must be understood. Durham and Huber were never permitted to look at internal government activity. AG Bill Barr puts limits on the Durham review that specifically excluded him from looking at people and events inside government. Durham admitted this to me at a lengthy series of calls, and I kept telling everyone as soon as that admission was made. Tulsi is under no restriction. That's why you're seeing information about inside government activity. The DC silos are structured to keep all attention and focus on actors that exist outside government. Tulsi is looking internal. That's the difference. And Vacua Vigilia said Tulsi should make a quick stop to ask Durham and Huber why they couldn't find this. Svetlana again said release the classified section of the Durham report. I spoke to the Durham team for 3 years, sometimes daily, so clearly my input about how Helper and Steele coordinated to set up Trump advisors General Flynn especially was valuable, yet nothing in the Durham report. Release the classified section of the Durham report. Yep. Miranda Devine said a year later the clock is ticking for Clinton campaign operatives, John Podesta, Jake Sullivan and Jennifer Palmieri, who denied to John Durham that they knew of any plan to tie Trump to Russia. Ridiculous, they said, yet they all knew of the Steele dossier. Yeah, FBI gets an F in trust. No one trusts the FBI. Not even now. I still don't trust them. Svetlana again said, recall that Obama appointed judge stopped Durham from providing evidence of conspiracy joint venture in the Russia hoax case. Judge spares Clinton camp in Sussman ruling. Remember Sussman? Sussman. Michael Sussman. Velikor. There was an argument going on the 20th, 3 days ago, about Protestants and Catholics, right? And Jack Pozo said, I oppose the killing of Catholics. Velikor said, or Velikor, I don't know how to say that. Protestant here, I oppose the killing of Catholics. Good. As does every single Protestant I've ever met in my entire life. I'm not sure where Cernovich gets this information, but he's 100% wrong here. What's Cernovich saying? The Protestants and Catholics hate each other, apparently. But he's 100% wrong here. Where this is even an issue. People disagree over faiths. But this is the first I've ever heard of Protestants wanting to murder anyone. You need to go to Ireland. Well, I don't think they want to murder anyone. I really don't. Now you've got Ryan Lee, Catholics and Orthodox coming together, Protestants doing... Oh, here it is. Protestants doing their best to be as evil as possible towards Catholics on X. Another twist in the timeline. Sora Barmani said, look how emotional these normally austere hierarchs are. and how brotherly across Catholic Orthodox divisions. Look, I'm a Protestant and I have nothing against the Catholic faith. I believe the whole bloody bullshit's made up to get people fighting. Divide and conquer again, to be honest. Because we all should be like, yay, you know? Holy guacamole, mate, seriously. I don't know. I'm a Protestant. I have no problem with Catholics. I love Catholic people. They're lovely people. So there you go. I don't know. At least I was raised that way. I don't think I'm a Protestant anymore. Although I've been to a protest. Does that count? Chicago 1 Ray said arrest Obama, arrest Biden, Clinton, Schiff, Comey, Brennan, Clapper, Strzok, Rice, Powers, McCabe and Rhodes. Hit that button if you appreciate Tulsi. Yes, I do. Real intel assessment. Russia and criminal actors did not impact the recent US election results by conducting cyber attacks on infrastructure. Donald Trump wins the 2016 election. December 9th, secret Russia meeting. Obama officials to meet to plan Russia hoax. POTUS briefing pulled. IC pulls product that contradicts Russia hoax narrative. December 9, Obama order IC begins outlining new assessment to claim election was hacked. Down 2. Deep state leaks. Obama officials use their media propaganda arm to spread fake news. Secret CIA assessment says Russia was trying to help Trump win White House. US officials put and personally involved in US election hack, and Russian hackers acted to aid Trump in the election. Faked weaponized assessment. Suppressed prior intelligence shows Russia lacked intent and capability to hack the 2016 election. Russia hoax. Go, take him down. Someone take him down. Chicago 1 Ray, because I want to see then the whole thing fall. Chicago 1 Ray said, share this, Obama never intended for there to be a peaceful transfer of power. He already ordered the unmasking of General Flynn and the wiretapping of Trump Tower before he said it. All roads lead directly to Obama. Arrest Obama. Obamagate is real. Let's have a listen.
Trump will not be president. Highly critical, biased text messages between senior FBI officials Peter Strzok and Lisa Page.
There will be no question about the outcome of this election.
And she got ahead of herself. This utterly stunned this campaign.
Head home. You should get some sleep. We'll have more to say tomorrow.
Our constitutional democracy enshrines the peaceful transfer of power.
The peaceful transition of power is one of the hallmarks of our democracy. We want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds.
These declassified documents that were just released.
Officials in the Obama administration were asking for the identities to be unmasked of Americans.
Unmasking of aides and staffers of the incoming president.
The basic charge, political spying.
To disrupt the peaceful transfer of power.
Unmasking of America.
Sorry, because there's music in the background, I've got to pause it because they tend to block my videos from every country, right? Can someone please make one of these videos without music in the background for me, please? Oh, dear God. But I still need to hear them talking, so hang on.
American citizens. It could be a real problem. Why is it that the unmasking of Flynn somehow ended up in the pages of the Washington Post?
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn.
The vice president said that yesterday, and then the last name on this list is Joe Biden.
The Obama administration was bitter. They wanted to do everything they could to undermine the incoming Trump administration.
Really designed to sabotage and really upend the new administration.
Just think about it, how these people lie to your face on camera. Just think about that, how easily they do it. Hillary Clinton, Obama, Biden, like all of them. I don't think these people have a conscience.
Going president and a vice president and a Washington Post columnist and the FBI setting up an incoming administration. Wow, that's a real conspiracy, and nobody wants to talk about it.
There you go, Obamagate's real. Sassafras said, for years I heard the saying the first arrest will shock the world, where if you really want to shock the world, arrest Barack Obama, followed by James Comey and Susan Rice. America needs justice. Show us that we aren't a banana republic, that nobody's above the law. Yeah, how many truthers got banned on different platforms for saying this back when it happened? Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, so many times I lost count. Libs called us crazy conspiracy theorists for even saying that they rigged the election. Well, they tried to do it. Okay, this one's from Tulsi Gabbard herself. Because I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes, I'm going to bookmark this one at the top because I'll do it tomorrow. Because, yes, I'm back. And I'll read some comments. Yeah, so there you go. Interesting news, isn't it? Okay, now to my health. Okay. I had a CT scan, okay? I have a deviated septum, whatever that is. I don't even know what it is. I think Timmy was explaining it like one side of my nose. You know when you break something, it forms like a bony union. I think that's what Timmy was telling me, unless I'm very confused. And then I had a blood test. And as usual, actually, better than usual, my blood test came back absolutely perfect, the guy said, the doctor. So, he tested everything. He tested for diabetes, pre-diabetes, what was the other thing? Electrolytes. He tested for all the vitamins, and he said you got the highest D levels vitamin that I've ever seen, which was 180 something. So I can drop that down now. But everything's fine, according to the blood test. And then I said to him, can I get an MRI? Because, you know, the times that things have happened to me, I've fallen over and hit my head and been assaulted, all that stuff, right? I said, should I get an MRI or can I get an MRI? And he said, well, no, because he said a CT scan would have shown something up because we did your whole head. So, I don't know, Tim is a bit, oh, no, you can see more inside the brain if you do an MRI, but I think that's what Tim has said. But no, it's they can tell if you've got tumours from the CT. They can tell if they've got damage to your brain from that, and I don't, thank God. It's good news, but then why am I getting all these headaches, right? And I asked him this, the doctor. And he said, look, your sinuses can cause pretty bad headaches, all right? He said, otherwise you're getting tension headaches. And I'm like, are you serious? You feel like you're dying and you get this tension headaches. Great. So apart from the stomach problems and tension headaches or sinus, whatever's causing headaches, but I have been on the phone to Tim Air and we're trying something else. So I won't say what it is, but we're just trying something that's not really serious at all, you know. So, yeah. So that's what's going on. Apparently there's nothing wrong. I'm in good health, which is great. I'm glad to hear it. But then why am I getting headaches, severe headaches? Lou said I can't take strong painkillers. I have bad reactions to them. Okay, yeah, don't wear a 20-pound chain in the room. There was a guy in New Jersey got killed. Yeah, apparently someone got... if you've got metal in you and you have an MRI, apparently that metal can be pulled out of you. I don't know. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. Timmy could let me know probably. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Good to see you too, Alex. Yes, I am feeling better. This is the second day without a headache. That's why I came on. I didn't have a headache yesterday, and I don't have one today, and it's a miracle. Oh, Timmy said it takes ages for the sinus to heal after an infection sometimes. There you go. Oh, it's ferrous metal, is it? That you can... Oh. There you go. Timmy has answered. Good on you, Timmy. Well done. Okay. I'm sorry to worry everyone. I thought there was really something wrong, honestly, because it does feel really, really bad. Then, you know, when you get headaches for a week or more, you start thinking, what the hell's going on? Okay, so yeah, it's just the same old shit. Okay, Deb said, I think I might have to update my coffee cups to the new Aussie Hev. I have Mr. Smiggles, Bella and Heaven sent. Oh, God love you. Are you past your house inspection with flying colours, Deb? Good. Yeah, you get so stressed out getting it ready. Nothing to do for at least 2 days. Out to lunch said, it's Donna and my anniversary. Would you give her a shout out, please? 41 years. Hell, she could have killed me day one and still been out of prison by now. God love you too. Fred and Donna. Donna loves Fred. Fred loves Donna. And happy anniversary, guys. Hit the like button and then you will be done. Lol. And out to lunch asked, am I okay, love? And I said, yes, out to lunch, I'm okay. I still am wondering, like, which one is it, you know? Do I just need to go and have a holiday or something? I don't know. I don't feel like all this shit gets to me. Maybe it does and I just don't know. Actually, Timmy had a good point. Irish people tend to shove a lot down, you know? But I don't feel like I do that, though. Oh, Timmy said ferrous metal, magnetic metal. They use titanium because it's not magnetic. Oh, there you go. Imagine that, having an MRI and some piece of metal comes flying out of your body. Great. Out to lunch said, definitely have had plenty of people praying for you. Well, it worked because I'm good, apparently. Out to lunch said, prayers may not heal, but open doors to help you maybe. Yeah, I've been praying for help, yep. No, it doesn't hurt to pray out to lunch, I agree. So we're going to pray for Menacing Muskrat. Poor Menacing Muskrat doesn't sound well. Still praying for Luna, Raven, sorry. And everyone else who needs it. Yeah, we are a good prayer group. Dennis Beer said, good morning, everyone. Good live rolling, Hev. Hope all is well, knowing about your health. Yes. Yep, Menacing Muskrat, we pray together. Dennis Beer said, out to lunch. Have to say I'm peed off about that AI fake news about Obama. Time they put the actuals out. Good news in Oz. Our firefighters out of work for 4 years have been reinstated. Oh, good. Oh, the ones that wouldn't take the shot have been reinstated, apparently. I can only get back so far. Raven said, we're doing as well as we can. Mr. Moon is healing as best he can. And the 5 young ones are enjoying having him home. Oh, God love you. Yeah, prayers for Mr. Moon. Deb said, I just wanted to see the comments. They get stuck under the heart. Oh, is that why you put little dots there? I feel like that too sometimes, Deb. Okay, Menacing Muskrat said, good grief. Oh, is it because you can't, you're ill that you're not typing properly? Or is the cat on your keyboard? Deb said, I'd love it if a side annoying heart thing would make sounds. Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Raven said that would definitely be awesome. Deb said the men would be obsessed with fart sound though, yes. Deb said, I'm so glad I can entertain myself with side emojis. Alex said, love you too. Love you loads too, Deb. Really glad your house passed inspection. Yeah, it's never a fun time. Yeah, Menacing Muskrat is not well. God love you. Deb said, I do like that the whole house has to clean up everything. They would not do it just for me, so it's not too bad. Yep, everyone's happy anniversary. Lucette said, RIP Aussie. Raven said, sing along while the twins dance along, yay. Yeah, I sit here bopping along with the intro myself. I quite enjoy it, so. Oh, Menacing Muskrat said she's very sick. Oh, my God, pray for Menacing Muskrat as well, please, people. Deb's got a little red car there. Alex said, yeah, I heard Aussie passed away today. I saw a video the other day that he apparently was transferring his consciousness to someone and was selling empty liquid death drink cans that people bought. Oh, dear God. Hey, has anyone seen All of Me? That sounds like that. Transferring your consciousness. In the movie All of Me, this rich lady, right? She wants to, because she's been sick her whole life, she wants to transfer her consciousness to a young, physically able woman. And it just all goes downhill from there. It's quite funny, actually. Good, funny movie. And it's called All of Me. It's an older one. It's got Steve Martin in it, Lily Tomlin, and can't remember the rest of them. Alex said, lift off. Carl said, hopefully this is a good update. Yeah, Alex said, you sound so much better, Hev. I do. I feel better because I haven't had a headache for 2 days now. So I'm feeling better. And my chest is feeling better because of the smoking thing. So I've had a patch on all day yesterday. I woke up this morning. I slipped up, had one cigarette, and I've got a patch on again. And I've got also my vape with me. Raven said, prayers for you, menacing muskrat. Deb said it's all for entertainment purposes. Menacing Muskrat said, Muskrat is not good. Husband is working away. Oh, God, love ya. And he go, Carl. Alex said, always be wary of non-profit charities, all on tax dodge and often covers for lots of nefarious things. Yes, it does. Deb said, yes, after the bushfire, all donations never get given to those it was given for. They said we're using it for the next emergency. Yes, they did. Deb said, I avoided school, but I have smoked. Alex said, yes, they all seem to be a bit of a scam unless you know for sure where the money's going. And to actually help people, I wouldn't donate to these massive so-called charities, Deb. And why do they have administration costs in that? Because, that's paying someone. I don't know. Deb said, what, bonding before school? Not good. Menacing Muskrat said, fiscals fall first. And Deb said, bong. Deb said, none of it got to the recipients of the donations. Menacing said, it's the first card pulled, everything will be exposed. I believe so. Deb said, please hit the like button, guys. Thank you very much. Gen X, how you going? Alex said, how evil. Why are these people allowed to have children if they're not willing to take on all the responsibilities and often have them as an accessory instead? It's sickening and needs to stop. I know. Here's a not a popular take. How about gay people don't have children? If you can't have a child naturally, okay, because you're gay, you shouldn't have them. I believe couples are different, like a male and a female. And I believe adoption should be a thing. Going to the right people, of course, with a lot of investigation to make sure it's going to the right people, the baby or the child. But yes, how about if you can't have children because you're in a gay relationship, you don't have children. Anyway, hey, go on, Gen X. I think I said hello. Deb said when Biden got in, you couldn't say it was a rigged election. Exactly. Menacing said FBI, it was Rosie O'Donnell put in the handcuffs, lol. Out to lunch said like leaving an order in your basket at checkout. Sad. Deb said children are just an accessory as some, not the God-given gift that children are. Exactly. Out to lunch said Mason's left, right, same side, no matter. Out to lunch said all the Hollywood weirdos having children trans. Yes. Especially if you're adopting a child and then trying to change its sex too. That's just insane. Alex said, it makes me so angry that so many children are treated this way and is allowed to continue over and over again, Deb. Carl said, Trump just did a $550 billion deal with Japan. There you go. Thank you, Carl. Didn't see that one, but thank you. Deb said, I've noticed TikTok putting truths out and the evil people tide are turning. Yeah, the tides are turning. Yeah, Lucette said, yes, talking heads have. Alex is laughing. A potato would have made more sense than Biden. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's why I said you should just put a potato there, mate. Would have done a better job than he did. Menacing Muskrat said they want Baphomets. Black Hat Music, how you going? Hey, can anyone give me the link to Endless Stream? I'm trying to send best wishes to Hev. Yeah, I had to finish it to do this one. Alex said, yes, just another version of child sacrifice in my opinion. They don't have to throw them in the fire these days, just change their gender. Menacing Muskrat said androgenes. Out to lunch, I'm half English and half Portuguese. Well done. Black Axe said, glad to see you back today. Good to see you guys too, honestly. I don't like being away from it. But I might need to go have a little holiday. I'm thinking of going out for a couple of days on some land and just to my ex's place, actually. Yeah. We still get along well. We're good friends, you know. So, yeah, I was thinking of doing that for a couple of days, just in case it is like a tension headache. I might release some tension. I don't know. And not in the way you think either. Far out. Yeah, when I said release tension, I just realised how that sounded. Okay, not that one. Just seeing the land and going and doing things outside and... Yeah. I haven't been yet, no, Deb. I've been trying to... I've been worried about, like, the animals, because I've got animals. And I can't just leave them for days, you know. I've got to really plan it out. So, but I'll let you guys know before I do anyway. Menacing Muskrat said 48-hour rule and use discernment. Yes, definitely. Yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. Out to lunch said, can't hear the birds too bad. Your volume's pretty good. Yeah, my volume's been good ever since I worked out that setting on the computer. Deb said, oh my God, Alex, so the children will also sit in a shitty nappy until they can give permission for the adult to change it? Deb said, we love birds. Yeah, they're gorgeous. There was a lot of cockatoos out there, actually. They're white, the white ones with yellow. Hang on, let me see. For people overseas, cockatoo. Give me the images, come on. These things. And they're loud. They squawk really loud. But there was like 10 or 11 of them just right outside my window when I went to shut the window. They're beautiful, amazing birds. Look at them. They're quite big too, actually. They're big birds. They're nearly the size of Bella, my cat. Some of them. Anyway, Alex said, I noticed loads of seagulls in the sky the other day. That was not normal. I even said to my dad who was in the van with me and he agreed. Alex said, I think there's something up with the animals. Lucette said, is Yellowstone Park about to blow? Alex said, I know, it angers me so much, Deb. Sherry, how you going? Out to lunch said, Yellowstone animals smarter than tourists. Yeah, possibly. They sense when things are happening. Alex said, I've heard that. The animals are apparently fleeing from near Yellowstone. Deb said, transformed. Deb said, the British have to move out of their own country. Yeah, no, they shouldn't. No, they just need to move those people out. I've got a cough again. Okay. Alex said, isn't Yellowstone blowing supposed to cause a massive knock-on effect? I'm sure I heard something ages ago about it, but I don't know much. I'll have to do some research. Yeah, I remember actually being scared of Yellowstone from here in Australia at one point because of the doom and gloom that I was hearing. I believe if Yellowstone blows, it will be devastating. But, yeah, not the way everyone says necessarily. Lisette said, yes, I heard that, but then I also heard the video clips were cobbled together from different times. Deb said, won't we all die of Yellowstone hose off? What? Oh, if Yellowstone goes off. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Deb. Years ago. I don't anymore. Alex said, that really annoys me when that happens. People mixing and matching videos from different times. It can discredit stuff, especially when something might genuinely be happening, Lucette. Yeah, well, I mean, I was keeping an eye on Yellowstone. I remember watching the Yellowstone trail cam. Day and night for ages. Many years ago. But anyway. It was good watching people go up the boardwalk and that and seeing, what is it? Old Faithful? go off. There was a few geysers. You could go around the park in different and watch it on cam. I'm not sure if they still have it. Hang on. Yellowstone cams. Yep, they do. Here's Old Faithful streaming webcam. Will it show me? Yellowstone has an additional 9 static webcams placed throughout the park, including Mammoth Hot Springs, West Yellowstone entrance station, Mount Washburn and Yellowstone Lake. These static cams refresh roughly every 30 seconds. For more stunning video... No, I want the live... Hang on, what's going on here? They used to have live... Hang on, live streaming video. Here we go. I just saw this. Okay. Yellowstone Live. Okay, you can make it full screen, I think. I used to be able to. Old Faithful is predicted to erupt at 11:45 plus 10 minutes on July 23rd. But yeah, I used to watch this for ages. Like, I used to just put this on and watch it. Oh, my God. At one point, I was very bored and very sick as well. And that's why I did that. So there you go. Where is up to? Lucette said, have those guests tried to get in the hotel, paid in advance? It's not fair. I believe you'd have to. If you book a hotel, you normally have to leave at least a deposit. I don't know what it's like in England, but it is here. Deb said, yes, I was wondering about that too. There have been a few videos over the years of animal migration. Alex said they're only housing them in hotels, waiting for the new builds to be finished, coming to a town near you soon. Yeah, but they never get the new houses built, so... Lucette said, Alex, yes, the 15-minute cities. Flyby Stu, how you going? Didn't expect to see you, Hev. How are you? Yeah, I'm apparently good. What the fuck? Oh, dear. You can't think seriously. You have a headache for a week, you start wondering if something's going on, you know? But no, it might just be sinus and or either that or I'm very tense. Okay. Deb said, bloody disgraceful, out to lunch. Said maybe that's how Jesus only got a barn room, all the illegals in the inn. Alex said, I'm not sure. I'll definitely look into it, as I'm sure it won't be good if Yellowstone goes off, Deb. And Tibbe said, hello, everyone. You sound quite chipper today. I am quite chipper today because it's the second day I haven't had a headache for. And I'm, like, amazed. Lucette said lots of housing, but not for the homeless. Out to lunch to Mr. T, you doing okay? Deb said, oh, why have an English parliament if you are a different country now? Lucette said, checks in the post. Menacing said, same here in Canada, Stan, word salad. It's insane, isn't it? So is our Prime Minister. They're all exactly the same. That's why I can't wait for this one thing to be pulled, because when it does, I believe things will start changing. Alex said, yes, completely disgraceful. We're all being thrown under the bus while priority is being given, often to criminals with no paperwork who are here illegally. Deb said, in other words, you are not important enough. Deb said, how is the doctor in the house? Timmy! Alex said, yes, but if Starmer is out, they'll probably put someone in like Sadiq Khan and then it's truly game over. Alex said, they all want us in 15-minute cities while they take the rest for themselves. Everyone should always push back and say no to it all. Exactly. Just keep saying no to everything that the government wants to do. Menacing was said, where is Hillary and Obama? Deb said, well, you couldn't not do it when they were in power. Alex said, it worries me how many people folded during COVID, but I hope after the repercussions that we're all still seeing, that more people can see through the lies and deceit. Me too, Alex. But I believe a lot of people have woken up in the last 5 years. Deb said, we have it all. Alex said, I said that too. Hev sounds much better today. Yes, I do. I feel better. Lucette said, what annoys me is when Democrat voters say Trump is a convicted criminal of 32 counts or whatever it was. I know. Because he's not. He was never actually convicted. Oh, my God. Damn it, Mandy. Hey, going? Good to see ya. You're driving while listening. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. God love you. Menacing Muskrat said, we're watching a movie, 17-letter board. Exactly. What is the 17th letter of the alphabet? It just happens to be Q. Okay. If you're wondering what we talk about, because we try and do it because, you know, YouTube will delete you if you follow that. So we call it the 17-letter board, 17th letter of the alphabet board. That board, I call it the board. Okay, Deb said sleeping Biden was not coherent through the whole term. Deb said, yes, Hev does sound good. That's good. Flyby said, Alex, I've pre-warned everyone I know about the next pandemic. Leave your sleeves rolled down, lol. Alex said, yes, definitely not for the homeless or people who've lived here their whole lives and can't get on the ladder. New houses are all for the new guests with fanfare to boot. Lucette, yep. Lucette said, Alex, the whole system's been turned upside down. Alex said, yes, for sure. Flyby Stu, I didn't follow any of it last time, and it certainly won't be this time. No, me neither. I didn't either. None of it. Not a mask, not a shot, not a nothing. Not a you can't go here and you can't go there. Yeah, I put a mop in my car, mate. Because you were allowed to go if you were cleaning for your elderly parents. Yeah, I'm off to, you know, if I got pulled over, yeah, I've got a mop in my car. I'm off to clean for my parents, yeah. They're elderly, you know. There's ways around, I'm telling you, there's ways around things. Flyby said, like banging pots and pans on your doorstep, for fuck's sake, lol. Alex said, exactly that, and they know it, Lucette. Deb said, whoops, it fell in the shredder. Alex said, while Parliament were drowning the champagne, all having a party at number 10 Downing Street. Yeah, while everyone was locked down. Lucette said that E. Jean Carroll woman made millions out of a fake rape accusation, so other women think they'll try it too. I know. But that's why any woman who accuses a man of that, if that's not true, that woman should get the sentence the man was going to get. I stick by that. I don't care. I've seen stupid women accuse men of shit that they didn't do, and it's insane. Alex said, that's like Barbara Bush Crowley eyes when she didn't blink once in a speech. Deb said, Barbara with a man's voice. Flyby Stu said, yeah, Alex, they love taking the pee. I told my eldest brother the most lethal weapon in his house was a 65-inch telly. Out to lunch said, should only see 2 white places. The underside white looks like a mental condition, but maybe it's the inbreeding of these people. Alex said, my granddad used to call it the idiot box, and he wasn't. Yeah, that's how I knew it, the idiot box. All my life. Most Aussies called it the idiot box. Deb said, I said to my son, apprenticeship is getting paid to learn, so I'm happy he loves plumbing apprenticeship. Exactly, Deb. When you go to university, you pay them. When you go and do an apprenticeship, which is like a building or electrician or a plumbing or whatever that is, right? So here in Australia, you go to TAFE 2 or 3 days a week and you work the other 2. So you're earning money from the beginning. You might not be earning too much at the beginning, but you're earning money. And you don't have that big university debt over your head at the end of it. Out to lunch to let him go, so maybe he get off on the street. Deb said they get paid really well, but a lot won't. A lot do not want to work hard. Yeah. Out to lunch said, Deb, does he come home drained? Flyby said, nice, we got idiot books, flat pack instructions and idiot boxes. Yes. Alex said, that's brilliant, Deb. You can never go wrong when you have a trade. I did plumbing course years ago, but never did anything with it. My nephew wants to be an electrician, I think. That's good. Lucette said, Deb, apprenticeships are much better than going to university college. At uni, you're racked up with debts, but apprenticeships are usually free. And they get paid because they work a couple of days a week. They don't get paid like the full rate, but they still get paid. Here in Australia anyway. Yeah, Alex, tradies will always have work. They will. Deb said, please forgive me, but every crazy truck crash, just having you Australia at the wheel. Yes, I know. Yeah, nothing beats an Aussie truck driver in our country, same as in America. In America, nothing beats an American truck driver, okay? You can't have these new people from India who only drive 100 metres up the road to get their licence coming here, jumping into trucks and cars, hitting everything in their path because they don't know how to drive. Deb said, yes, they have a better quality of life having a trade. Yes, they do. Alex said, I agree. I always thought uni was designed to keep you in debt, and how to drink gallons of beer and apprenticeships help you earn money from day one. Exactly. Deb said, better chance of getting a home. Menacing Musgrave said, question. So what happened to Trudeau and Ardern? Oh, they're coming. They can run, but they can't hide. Out to lunch, said, mowed on the yard today. That's my gym workout. Flyby said, dumb nation ban apprenticeships. Yeah. Deb said, trampoline mini's the best thing for depression, just 10 minutes. Alex said, probably working behind the stage, helping to recruit the next puppet ready for the next act. Menacing. Lucette said, Alex and graduates come away with huge debts and degree in some useless subject like philosophy, so well educated in subjects that employers are not interested in debt and unable to get a job. Yeah, and they wonder why they have to work in a restaurant. Deb said, the Hillary hit list, yes. Alex said, I know, they end up having to work at McDonald's and such just to pay for their bills. Yeah, exactly. Menacing Musgrave said, the plan to save the world, yes. Alex said, either over or underqualified too. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Deb. Entertainment purposes. Deb said, some moves are just sickening. Deb said, oh my God, it's been a long road to get here when they bothered to even go to Parliament to actually work. Yeah, I know, they seem to have more days off than they actually work, these politicians. Stu said, well, we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been, and we know what we're knowing, but we can't say what we've said. Oh, yeah, that's that. We're on a road to nowhere. Come on inside. Oh, it was a bit croaky then. Deb said, I bet Albo would have used the pride flag. Yeah, menacing, I'm tired and sick, I know. Alex said, sounds like Albo's on par with Starmer for being the world's most gutless, and I would add spineless too. I think they all are. Menacing Muskrat said, almost giving up. No, don't give up, Menacing. We're praying for you, Menacing. Get well, Menacing. Flyby said, Muskrat Menacing, me again, how are you? Me again, how are you? Lucette said, more Muhammad's playing the victim after attacking people. Well, that's what they do. They all get off. I mean, even the Indigenous ones, you know, like, and children are getting off to, like, with 50 plus charge, you know, times they've been caught and they're still getting let go. Flyby Stew said, they're all commies, same playbook. Deb said, Trump is running country and doesn't have time for pride flag elbow. Yeah, I don't blame him. Alex said, that bloke in the airport who battered a female policewoman's been coaxed on what to say. He knew what he was doing. They're allowed to get away with everything. Exactly. A rule for thee, but not for me. Menacing Musgrave said, thank you, I'm just in tears. Maybe it's that time of the month. Menacing. God love you. Lucette said, Alex, yes, but they're all so thick they never seem to realise there are CC cameras everywhere. Flyby said, how much money changing hands, Alex? Yep. Hugs for Menacing Muskrat. God love you, Menacing. We love you. Hang in there. Alex said, yes, yet they still didn't go to prison because they didn't know what they were doing, but have sent UK natives to prison for hurty words stating the obvious backwards world. Yeah, exactly. Yes, we love you, Menacing Muskrat. God bless you, you poor thing. Lots of love and hugs. Menacing said, it's just my husband left for work. We're supposed to bring our firewood, all good, just a little sad. Oh, my God, love you, Menacing Muskrat. Flyby said, the whole setup needs chucking in the skip. Yep, it does. Yeah, Deb, divide and conquer. Alex said, he'll be back soon, Menacing. Yep, said Menacing. Lisette said all religions are mind control programs. Out to lunch said I'm a Christ-like wannabe, love and peace. Deb said he was born green. Alex said I'll give my... Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, I will give my number. Deb said only peace and love. I don't know how to get you guys in contact with each other because on Signal, no number shows up. At least on mine, it doesn't. So I don't know how to give each other numbers and stuff. I don't know. Okay, Menacing Muskrat's put a Rumble link in there. Alex said, yes, please do. I did try and text you, but it didn't go through and I couldn't find you on Signal. Maybe Hev can send me the number she has for you. Well, the problem is I don't have a number for her. Hang on, let me, hang on. If I go on to Signal, it comes up as the person's name. Holy shit, who's ringing me? Oh. What's going on? There's something covering it. Hang on. Hey, Menacing, how you going? Oh, you sound sick. You're okay? Okay. We're all going to pray for you, though. Yep. Yeah. Well, it's time for us to repay the favour to you now and pray for you. Okay? Are you okay? But oh, darling, are you all right? Hang on a sec. I've got to mute, guys. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay, guys, I'm back. We are still live. Yes, sorry, Deb. I was muted. Yes, I was. I had to. I've got to ring Menacing back in a sec. Okay, I've got to get Alex and Menacing Muskrat together. I might even try and do a, what is it, like a, where we all, me, Alex and Menacing join a group chat or something, and then you guys give each other your information or whatever it is. Okay. Flyby, hang on. Yep. Said, Miss Muskrat, I was going to tell you, do us a song and dance to see if it cheers you up, lol. God love you. Deb said, Obama had double speak. Lucette said, have Clinton's Bush family, Obama's all psychopaths. Deb said, hole in your nose. Out to lunch said, I'm a crazy conspiracy person and sometimes I've been right. Alex said, that's great about your blood work. It is, isn't it? Alex said, in simple terms, means a septum off of centre inside the nose. There you go. Deb said, I was wondering who is bothering you, Hev. No one's bothering me, really. Lucette said, did he give you any strong painkillers? No, I can't take them. Out to lunch said, Hev, if you get an MRI, don't wear a 20-pound chain in the room. There was a guy in New Jersey got killed. Alex said, I've had some really terrible headaches when I have had a really bad cold and the pressure swells in the face and the head. Yeah, well, that's what happens. The sinuses, it's like a pressure in the head, like it's going to explode. Your head just go poof. Okay, Tim S. said it takes ages for the sinuses to heal after infection. Deb said, our Hev needs lots of TLC. At the moment, I'm not the only one. Alex said, I'm glad you're feeling better today, Hev. So am I. Yep, Tim S. said, ferrous metal. Alex said, I was really worried about you being praying. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Well, the prayers must have worked because the blood's come back good. Deb said, yes, I've had a lot of sinus problems. Alex said, mine took weeks and weeks, Timmo. I thought it would never go away. Timmo said, ferrous metal, magnetic steel, they use titanium because it's not magnetic. Lucette said, I've had sinus headaches that have made me feel like killing myself, like migraines, and they went on for days, miserable. There you go. Yeah, it feels like death warmed up. That's how you feel. Where am I up to? Okay. Oh, yep, here. Okay, somewhere around here. Yeah, Alex said they can be awful and very painful. Liz said, I couldn't stand it. Deb said, well done, Donnie, you get less time for murder. Lucette said, Alex, always try and keep my head warm and dry in the winter to stop getting sinusitis. That's not a bad idea. Sherry said, so glad all is well with you. Have my whole family been sneezing and headaches. They've all been sick with sinus issues. I'm lucky, I guess I don't have sinus issues. Yeah, I didn't think your sinuses could give you that much problem. Like, seriously, I don't know why I didn't think that, but I don't know. Deb said, what side are your problems on, Hev, left or right? Apparently the right is where the deviated septum is, but I get headaches on the left, so... Lucette said, Sherry, sinusitis is really awful. Deb said, you are holding on to something emotional, Hev. Oh, okay. I don't feel like I am. I don't know. Unless it's this shit, I'm just, like, fed up. Stuart said, missed it again. Oh, how you going, Stuart? Deb said, I've been trying to tell you to have a watch party of all of me. Yes, I should. I've got that on video, actually. Deb said, I think we've gone through a battle. Menacing Muskrat said, we've been CV19, BS, been hard times. Yes, definitely. Yes, Sherry, it's like transferring your soul to someone else's body. Alex said, I've not seen that film, All of Me, but I'll try and find the video with Aussie thing in. I was on one of those TikTok reaction videos, Hev. Deb said, let's start a charity ourselves. Lucette said, has anyone been seen being John Malkovich? People entering Malkovich's consciousness through a portal in an office. Very funny and surreal. I recommend it. Never heard of it. Deb said, yes, it all goes to admin and only 10% is given. Yes. Alex said, you'll definitely feel so much better not smoking. I've given up nearly a year now and I barely cough anymore, if at all. I have a small vape pen, which I have every now and then, Hev. Yeah, That's what I'm hoping. Between the vape and the patches that I can just stop. Because that's partly why I feel better too. I haven't smoked. Except one, I tripped up this morning and had one because I didn't get the patch on quick enough. Or it didn't work quick enough, one of the two, because I've got to take it off when I sleep or I can't sleep. Alex said, I don't miss smoking at all and really thought I would. Zena's, how you going, Zena? You've been lurking, had to comment. There's a Netflix doco about triplets separated and adopted at birth worth what? I think I've seen that, Zena. And they always felt like something was missing. Nothing's changed, only the exterior method of operation, but the results are the same. Deb said, I thought you'd go visit him. I haven't been yet, no. Alex said that would be lovely to spend time outside and with someone you can trust. Exactly. That's the thing, I can trust him. Zana said, Hev, everyone needs a break and a change. Deb said, Shannon's not here, you're safe, Hev. Tibet said, laugh my ass off, you beat me to it, Deb. Yes, for those tension headaches, you never know what you just might need. No, I'm kidding, I wouldn't do, no. Flyby said, Alex, I just started again after stopping for 6 months and now I know why I stopped. Yeah, I tripped up this morning, but I got a patch on and I've left my, what do you call it? The bloody, I can't even think of the word. The vape. I left the vape in the other room. Zena said, I hope the adopted children of these Hollywood movie stars actually do find their real mothers. This is an unfolding tragedy. I agree. Alex said, I found that Aussie video. The whole video is good, but if you want to skip a bit about the liquid death and transferring consciousness, go to 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Strange TikToks that will shake up your entire existence. It's on YouTube. Mercy Muscat's put a rumble in there. Alex said, I know, hopefully you'll manage to stop and feel better for it, Flyby. Alex said, there are plenty of new houses being built and finished near me. Never used to be like that. Used to take them ages to build, but not now. We'll watch them fall down quickly. Deb said, I am due with the boy crying wolf climate crap. Yes. You're done with it? Yeah. Deb said, I was scared of everything. Yep. If they can make you feel, so this is a thing I've got. If they can make you scared, they can control you. So don't be scared of anything. Flyby Stew said, Alex, I blame the weed, lol. Deb said, done, bloody spell check. Alex said, you could also be feeling better to get the weight of worry off your shoulders too, knowing you are healthy according to your blood work. Yes, it is a relief as well, Alex. Because for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been wondering if I had done damage to my head, falling down the stairs and not going to the hospital or doctor to see about it. Deb said, there's been a lot going on in your life and been very busy for us, bringing us the news. Maybe you need a little break, mental. Yeah, I do think I do. I mean, I could go live from there in the country. Just wouldn't be a news video. It'd be like a, hey, look where I am. Zena said, Cuomo and his wife danced in Times Square all alone at midnight on New Year's Eve. That was pretty romantic, don't you think? Yep, idiot box Deb. Menacing Muskrat said, can you imagine where we would be at now? Deb said, Xavier went in a job with apprentices. Full-time job. Good. Alex said, good for him. Glad he's enjoying it. Deb said, Stormy's a truck driver as well as a racing car driver. Oh, wow. Deb said, oh, my God, he's almost finished his apprenticeship. Alex said, I hope both Stormys are feeling better now, Deb. Deb said, I know I'll want to move out next. Zeta said, I think first-year apprentice gets like 35% of a full wage. It goes up over the 4 years as you complete the time. They leave with their certificates and full-time sovereign future of earning. Exactly, Zena. The chambers always look empty these days, people speaking to empty seats. Yeah, because our parliament aren't doing their job. Alex said it's coming up to MP's summer holidays soon, no doubt using taxpayer expenses to go on their jollies while the country goes down the toilet. Zena said men get broken by sodomy, it's everywhere, broken men and closeted gays. Deb said he's very stubborn, is Stormy. His friends call him Stormin, but I call him Storm, and now at daycare he is Stormy. Alex said, yes, lots of men are abused too and goes under the radar, evil world we live in, yep. Deb said, I'll keep you in my prayers, menacing. Deb said, everything's so much harder when you're unwell. It is. Zena said, everyone should be given more than what they need for a year or so. That ought to reconfigure society. I wish they would. Yeah, Zena said, I wish I could contact some of my chat family outside the chat. Deb said, private stream like Alex, maybe? And Deb said, oh, darling, menacing. We love you, menacing. A call-in show you want. Alex said, poor menacing. I'll try and set one up, Deb. Yeah, menacing. If you want to, you can join. Alex is going to set a private chat up, maybe? Deb said, it's hard when you're unwell. Flyby Stu said, I thought I cheered her up. Alex said, that would be lovely, Zena. And then it was, was it buffering? How did I go past that buffer? There it is. Alex said, for both comments you just wrote, Zena. Alex said, sending love and prayers to Menacing Muskrat. Flyby said, you'll see when she reads out the next message, lol. Yeah, and Deb said, are we still live? Flyby said, are you muted? Can you hear me? I just need to know now if everyone can still hear me. Deb said, we have to get gas bottle. I was muted because Menacing rang me and, I thought I better mute. Deb said, we have to get a gas bottle. That's okay, sweetie. Scan a movie. Alex said, yes, that could work with a group chat. Then I'll hopefully be able to see Menacing Muskrat and Signal. Yeah, because it just tells me people's names. Deb said, we worry about each other. Deb said, head explosions, scanners, yeah. That's exactly it, Deb. Alex said, try and stay positive. I know it's easier said than done, though, Menacing. Yeah, Alex said it would be great to have another watch with Hev. We're going to have to do that. Zena said, Hev, I used to work for radiographers. The amount of people getting their sinus x-ray, the pressure inside is painful. There you go. Deb said, is that a man? It a man? Alex said, very painful and what an interesting job, Zena. Deb said, Alex has been there for me. That was very important and very emotional. Yeah, there you go. Zena said, Hev, how it came about exposed as a big cover-up of eugenics? Alex said, oh, God bless you, Deb. We're here for each other. Love you. Deb said, took the words right out of my mouth, Timmy. Sal said, oh, where? How you going, Sal? I thought you were having a break, Hev. I was. I'm all right. I'm still going to have a break, but my health is okay. Well, that's the main thing, okay? It's just something stupid, you know, I'm an idiot. I don't know. I just get sick I don't know. Oh, Zena said the triplets thing. Zena said, so cruel. Sometimes you wonder if it's better to know. That's why Q's given us a choice. Yes. Alex said, Hev's got good news, so she shared it with us. Deb said, emotions can get trapped in the body, hence massage can help. I think that's part of it too. Yeah, Alex said, can hear you all good, Hev. Thank you. Yeah, I did mute it because Menacing Muskrat rang me and I just thought, oh, okay, this sounds a bit serious. I'm going to mute. Where was I? Tell me near the end now. Alex said, yes, years worth of stuff, Deb. Deb said, we have lots of fun in Alex's stream. Yeah, you would. Zena said, hey, Zal, haven't seen you for a while. Not you, me. Hope you're doing well. Deb said, yes, it was a while talking to Menacing. It was while talking to Menacing, yes. Zena said, yeah, that job was cool. I worked in the dark room developing the x-rays. Deb said, music is good for mental health. Yeah, happy music. Zal said, g'day, Zena, all good, getting ready for it to get crazy worldwide. Alex said, you're not an idiot, Hev. Worry can be a horrible thing, love you. Yeah, no, I always give myself heaps on, call myself names, all right. I don't, dislike myself or anything. I just think, snap out of it, woman, to myself when I do things. Zena said, oh, me too, Zal. Lying low. And Zal said, yep, the only way to go now, Zena, hibernate. Yeah, in winter I feel like that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. And I'll be back tomorrow. and then I'll let you know before I go anywhere for a break. Okay, guys, much love. Have a good one. Love you lots. Bye.